morning show is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.
A bright and good morning to you, live from the Mass Media Studios in Gaborone. DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Thank you so much for choosing us on this incredible Friday. It's the weekend. Celebrate the weekend mo biking yan tame. Tulaganyo a rona ya letsatsi la gompieno e tlabe e lidiwa ke nna le boa LB Morega ke nosi. I'm with my sister Lala. Good morning.
Good morning, Elby. How are you doing?
I am absolutely fantastic. Let us take a moment to apologize for the late broadcast of the show. We will keep it moving, and this morning there's a lot to look forward to. Risimula jalo ka karabo Miss K Busina. Tsala ya me ya mo Liverpool ata go rela tsone tsa metshameko mo mosong wa gompieno. DUMELA Botswana, it's time for the DUMELA Botswana breakfast show. We're here until 8 a.m. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kutsafalo. I will be leading you in a short meditation. So I'm just going to explain what a meditation, what is it? In Setswana, we can refer to meditation as just simply kuitetsa. This is where we are just letting everything happening. We are accessing awareness, being aware in the moment. So to start, you can sit in any easy pose. This is called Sukhasana. It's also an easy pose. It's a meditative pose because it keeps your spine long and your back straight, right? We want you to be open. You can also sit in Vajrasana, but this is the pose that we will be using today. You're going to place your hands on top of your knees, your palms facing upward. We are not going to be doing any fancy mudras. So you're going to take your shoulders up, you're going to take them back and down, right? You're going to just find your seat. You can move, it's fine, so that you know that you're seated comfortably. The next thing we're going to do, and this is a personal thing because when it comes to other people who have trauma, sometimes closing your eyes won't feel so safe. So you have an option to close your eyes, or you can focus on something in front of you. We just want you to be here in the now, right? So when we are closing our eyes, we are cutting off all other distractions. So after you've closed your eyes, if that feels safe for you, only if it feels safe. After you've closed your eyes, I want you to relax, right? You have to just relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders, your back, all the way to your toes. We are not breathing in any particular way here. I want you to just access your breath and allow yourself to be aware of your breath as it goes in and out of your body. You are doing absolutely nothing. You are just being aware of your breath as it goes in and as it goes out. You are just going to sit with that breath. You are not breathing in any particular way. Let yourself follow your breath as it goes in and out. Do not let any breath escape without your awareness. Just keep at it, breathing in and out in a very relaxed manner. Make sure those shoulders are back and they are down. Make sure your face is relaxed. And keep going back to that breath as it goes in and as it goes out of your body. Your eyes are still closed. And then, because the mind is designed to think, there are going to be thoughts that will be popping into your mind. So what I need you to do with that is to let the thoughts be, right? As the thoughts go in and as they go out, you are just letting them be. It's like you are watching a leaf go up and down the stream. You're not doing anything with that. You are going to let those thoughts come. You are going to observe them. What we are not going to do is we are not going to interact with the thought. We are going to just watch it. You are not going to give it any emotion. You are just going to let it come. You are going to let it go. Observing your breath as it goes in and out. If any thought comes up, allow it to be, and then gently let it go. You can also listen to the sensations that are coming up for you. Let them come, also let them go, and just be with whatever is happening for you at the moment. But your main focus is your breath as it goes in and out of your body. If it's difficult to track your thoughts, you can have a mental note to say, I know that I'm breathing in as you breathe in, and I know that I'm breathing out as you breathe out. Right? But always staying with the breath, allowing the sensations to be without trying to do anything.
Se ta ke tsa sebaka se ke go ntse ke go amogela go la bothano a tsena ka thamallo mo go tsa metshameko re simolola ka go komela jalo ka ko Saudi Arabia ko eleng gore Rosa Branch go ne ka kwa ile go tsenela jalo Dakar Rally le tsere bona mo tsela maabane go bala jalo stage 5 se leng gore Rosa Branch o se heditse jalo on position 4 gore dia iragala jalo ha le bile jalo Ross Branch gone ka ko Dakar le motse le gompe ko batho ba tswelela gona jalo le di stage tse di santseng di setse di le super motho a rialo ya ka batsa ma jalo 12 stages a ruto jalo mo go ene Ross Branch gore mara ha stage 5 mo tse le maabane sa se heditseng on position 4. How was he feeling?
Hey guys, so the past 2 days have been a little bit interesting. Yesterday was going really well, lots of tough navigation, and I felt that I was navigating well until about 20 k's before the finish, and I decided to go down the wrong valley. But anyways, it happens. That's rally. I was a bit disappointed and got myself a speeding penalty. But yeah, it's racing. It is what it is. Put it in a bubble, blew it away, and had a nice evening out last night. Camped with everybody, and had a bit of racing stories and some war stories, and it was really cool. And then this morning woke up and yeah, feeling strong. Put the hammer down. It was a little bit of a strange morning. I think there was my twin brother, who's not such a nice guy, sitting on my shoulder. Normally it's Coach Russ, but there was my twin brother, and he was telling me, I don't know, I just the navigation was going.
Jalo Ross Branch le gore o ka ko metshameko nyane le ya Dakar Rally kana le belo lone la Dakar Rally a re jalo mo go Ross Branch re lebelle kgole ya dinao ya ka the FNB Premiership e tswalla jalo mahelo beke ano go le metshameko e le mmalwa e leng gore eta bo e kgathisa gare ga metshameko eo re ta bona Stars ga Gaborone United ba le ka ko BPSC go le gore ba ta ba amogela jalo BDF 11 e leng gore eta ba tsena mo metshamekong o morago ga gore la thegelwe ka no e lengwe go le fela kgathana le security systems ga Gaborone United on the other hand ba ne ba latlhegelwa kgatlhanong le setlhopha sa Morupule Wanderers ka notse 4-2 ga le bela jalo metshameko e mengwe e tla be e tshamekiwa o itse le gore setlhopha sa Township Plus ba taetela jalo VTM Township Plus e leng gore batshameki ka bontsi ba teng gone ka komo ga Dingele nye mongwe ba tshameki ba e leng gore there is a high possibility ya gore ba bone Mbasi Elias o buile mo iketesong se gola me boy o buile ke ba tshameki ba e leng gore ba ne ba seo when they started this year makgathano le mochudisana Chiefs. Let's hear from the four teams how they are preparing ke ba jalo ka bid of 11 Gaborone United Township Plus as well as VTM.
Enough nereleka mo the last 30 years we are able to make a beautiful build up for Komara, but our last third can never reach a class. So we've been working more on and the response high mass. There are but respond better. Maybe like we sat down le bona re ba le motsa gore gantsi ya re ga re tswa go le bale gantsi ya re ga re tswa mo le bale re nne ha tse re ba bontse diphoso tsa rona re le gore so that body internalize whatever that we do they ba itse re bua so se le gore se bone from the previous but and it's been so impressive. Of course one would want to beef up halele ha re lebile gore ba bangwe ba na le injury tse di tana le baka ba bangwe we've gone about 13 games and with a chance given like this motho tla batla gore go gona nne ha tsele di official aba le motsele tlhokola but it depends gore gona mmele ga re ira yana are would you be able to help me just like any other team re khono re gona no re be re lebile 1 or 2 gore ka ska rana le gona gore ba ka ska ba re tlela ka gore se tsentse re ntshitse matshwenya ga rona ha le
pakanyo ya rona gona na e tsweletse maikelo a rona tela ke re tlhokana le 3 points tota ke sone se ka re motivate tota ya la maikelo a mantsintsi ya la gona ke go leka go batla 3 points wa ntla mo ngwageng ye ke na ka re tlatlosa le moralo wa rona ka kuke.
We are here, we try to work on a few things that I thought we lacked on the day in Palape, but otherwise I think training is good. The boys are responding very well, and we can only pick it from here until we get into the game. So in a nutshell, we try to work a little bit more on our compactness out of possession, which was a bit we were all over the place when we didn't have the ball in that area. We scored 2 goals here, but again as well we would have scored more goals. So that's another area as well that from day one. After that, we've been trying to work on our scoring and so on. Of course, the maths are there, and the reality in hand is there as well to say we are 4 or 5 points adrift from the top team, which we still have to play as well in the first round. So we are still in contention, far a whole lot in contention.
Parlohanyo ke gore game ene re tshameka over the weekend ne category A game, but it does not mean that then we expect to a walkover when we play VTM. They are equally dangerous. They equally have 3 points that we want. So we're going to treat them as our serious opponents and we go for the maximum points. No, 2 games have never been the same. We cannot say we once beat them, so therefore we're going to beat them. No, there is a serious challenge to our on that day. So we are going to put our maximum effort and we wish to do well. We won't underrate them and say we once beat them by so many goals. No, let the game on Saturday be that determines the way we play on that day. We wish we would do better than the previous game.
Jalo metshamekwane ya the FNB Premiership mme a re lebelle gore ta ba tshameka ka tsela ntsenya ka ke tlhalosetsa Choppies Gaborone United ba amogela jalo Choppies bid of 11 VTM e tabo e le ka ko VTM Arena gone ko ba mogala jalo Township Rollers jone Galaxy big one e tabele ka ko Galaxy Stadium ba mogala Traffic ha Chadibe e tabele ka ko Franciscan Council Stadium ya mogala jalo Stopasa Extension Ganas Flamingo Santos ba mogala jalo Morupule Wanderers Matebele ba mogala Stopasa so Flamingos ka Sontaga metshameko e tabe tsalla pele right a re tsomotse mochudisana Chiefs ta mogala jalo United ke tsone tse di ragala motshameko wa system se le o rapa hana o tshameka because of Rapa's participation mo motshamekong ya the CAF Confederations Cup a re bela jalo the Betway Premiership tshamekang over the weekend ya Magaziza Amazulu mari magalansetsa jalo Stopasa Cape Town City mo tsatsilla ka moso a re go komela jalo gore ka Sontaga motshameko ya tabo ya ga Kaizer Chiefs itabele ka kwa Durban ba mogala jalo Golden Arrow SuperSport United e kopana le Sekhukhuni a some of the Betway Premiership itabagale motshameko ya the Confederations Cup ya ka batsana mo match number 5 of 6 Stellenbosch itabana le Stopasa State Amalani Stopasa Lunda Sol bana jalo le Bekano Rapa United motsila Sontaga e ka ko Obed Itani Chilume Stadium ba mogala Stopasa USM Alja Stopasa Bravos batsa Simba Stopasa Giraffe batsa Asek Mimosa motshameko e leng gore kana ditapatsa e leng gore dina le Rapa United a Stopasa Nyimba bana jalo le Almaseri a re tswa jalo mo go tsa the Confederations Cup re lebelle metshameko ya the CAF Champions League ya ka le yone tsweletse pele o ka itsela gore go simolela mo tsela go mpe ka MC Alja tsa jalo Stopasa TP Mazembe metshameko yeo e taba e tswella pele jalo mo tsela ka moso garang ga dithapatsele gore di ta tshameka re tabana jalo Stopasa Maniema Union ba tsa Mamelodi Sundowns ha Stopasa Esperança ba tsa Pyramids Stopasa State Abidjan ba tsa Al Ahly Sfa ba tsa Stopasa Raja Casablanca okay tsela Paris lone ke dingwa dithapa tse leng gore di a tshameka jalo metshameko ne ele ya CAF Champions League a re tsama go yone re lebelle metshameko le tse tshameka mo tsela maabane right ha re heletse jalo ka ya Sontaga Stopasa Lando Paris ya ka nne ke thalo sa batho bana ba le ka go South Africa ba mogala Stopasa Belezeli da Stopasa Jiloba bana le Yestonish Al Hilal ena le Stopasa Young Africans a re tsoma go tsone re tabagele metshameko le tse tshameka mo tsela maabane ya the Emirates FA Cup o ka itsela gore metshameko e ke letse ke bona jalo Stopasa Fulham bane ba fenya jalo Stopasa Wolves mme metshameko mengwe nne tshabikwa ne re bona jalo le gore Stopasa Everton le bone moraga gore ba kgagane le mokatisi wa bone beletse ba simolotse bonta leto le lesha le mokatisi wa bone ya ka nne ba fenya metshameko ya bone ya the FA Cup metshameko e tswela pele mo tsetsi la gompieko go na le di fixtures di le mmalwa tse leng gore ditabo di tshameko ya tsone tsa FA Cup mme the big one is definitely Manchester United as well as Arsenal e le yone metshameko ya the FA Cup Manchester United le Arsenal ke mengwe ya metshameko tshameka a re lebelle gore eme ya Bristol City na le Wolves Stopasa Birmingham bana jalo le Lincoln City Liverpool but Stanley Leicester City Stopasa QPR Manchester City is Stopasa Salford City Sunderland is Stoke ka Sontaga re lebelle gore metshameko a bone tabo eme yang ke gone ha gona le motshameko o motona gono ho motshameko a Stopasa Manchester United of course as well as Arsenal mo ka itsela Stopasa Hull City but Doncaster has Stopasa but Stopasa Tottenham Hotspur Newcastle in jalo le Stopasa ba moli ha re tsama go tsone tsa the Emirates FA Cup metshameko ya Spanish La Liga le bone ba tabo ba tswella jalo over the weekend mme bile bua ka Spanish La Liga le tsere bana Real Madrid mo tsela maabane ba fenya metshameko a bone se se ra gore ya gona El Clasico ha o bua jalo ka the finals ya me ka tselentseng ya Rayo Vallecano mo tsela gompe go ena le Celta Vigo metare mo tsela ka moso metshameko e be tswella pele ha Alaves ta kopana le Girona Valladolid ena le Real Betis Stopasa Espanyol bana le Liga ni Sevilla ena jalo le Stopasa Valencia metshameko e tabo e tswella pele go tsweleng pele ga yone re ta bona jalo ka tsatsi la Sontaga ha Stopasa Las Palmas bana le Getafe Atletico Madrid ena jalo le Stopasa Osasuna ha le bella jalo gore mo tsela maabane ya ka nne ke tlhalosane re bona Stopasa Madrid ha ba tshameka the Cup nermana Stopasa sa Real Madrid ba fenya Mallorca ka notse tharo go le fela se se ra gore kwa makgaola khanyeng ya the Spanish Cup it will be El Clasico as Real Madrid will be taking on Barcelona mo lebela jalo gore go tabo go iragala ya metshameko ya tswela pele lebela bo Italian Serie A o lebela jalo bo Bundesliga ke metshameko e leng gore ta bontse e sulohetse the NBA Lyon is ongoing but kgangkholo hela ke the FA Cup e leng gore Manchester United are taking on Arsenal a re ga bana ka tselentse jalo mo go tsa metshameko re kopana le tsona kgante jana ha re tabare buisana le Chief Executive Officer wa le khotela Botswana Football Association ke ba jalo ka reng folong re bela re ngwa ga ba 2025 ile BFA ba re tshwaretse maitso
Thulaganyo ya Dumela Botswana, the breakfast show, e tla tswella hela ka tsela e ntseng jalo. Now we want to go and discover Botswana, our beautiful country. Let us see gore ha lala a ile go kwadiwa o na kgona go ja eng. This is Discover Botswana. We are going to discover the kwadiwa bush lunch. We have arrived at the location where we're going to have a bush lunch. As you can see, we are at the backdrop of the Limpopo River, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm saying this because every time we go to a new location and we see it from a new perspective, we are just in awe. And we can say right now that the setup is very spectacular. It gives you such a feel of something you've never experienced before. And like we said, the bushes are all about experiences, from how you find the animals, from tracking them, from the game drives to the boat cruises, and now to having lunch in the Limpopo River, or on the Limpopo River. I'm sure water does come to this area, but for now we will say we're inside. And joining me is Chef Tevi. Hi Tevi.
Hello.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? What you have on the menu today. I've tasted your food. It's delicious, but I want to know what we're going to have today.
Today we are in our bush lunch. We have oxtail. Is our protein, and we have chicken kebab. The starches we have samp and beans and pap. The salad we have Greek salad and potato salad. We have veggies, it's mixed steamed veggies and fried cabbage. The dessert of the day is chocolate brownie. We serve it with ice cream.
Oh,
enjoy your meal.
Thank you so much. It sounds very delicious, and just like you see it, the land of Botswana. This is what the people around the world come for. You as a Botswana, you're already here. It's just a stone throw away from you. So make sure that you do come to Kwadiwa Ranch. You do explore the Tuli block and join us as we have a beautiful lunch on the Limpopo River. I'm going to see you a little later when we have a little surprise, but you'll find out later. This place is full of surprises, and I'm in awe right now. We'll be going to enjoy ourselves. So later. And as beautiful as you see them is as beautiful as they sound and look and perform. They are a traditional dance group which rail from Pequest. And this is what we showcase to the world. When they talk about Botswana, they talk about the vegetation, they talk about the animals, but do they talk about the culture? We want to show them the culture, and this is exactly what it is. I'm showcasing you the surprise that I had this evening. Bula! DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show. We say art is life and life is art, and every way we express ourselves as creatives is the way we feel and we feed our souls. We want to connect with you the way we do it. That's how artists usually describe their art, and joining me today is a beautiful artist. She said she's a little nervous, but we're going to take her out of her shell today as she tells us a bit more about her art that she brought with her today. She goes by the name Topo Naing. She is a mixed media artist, and we're going to find what mixed media artist really means. Hi, Topo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Surviving.
All right. I love it. But I hope that you're getting into the year hitting the ground running.
The year's starting off good so far.
All right. I love hearing that. All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Tapo, today, mixed media artist. You're the first mixed media artist we've ever had, I think. So you're going to have to take us through this understanding of what mixed media artist really means. Okay, there's painters, there's people that sketch with pencils, there's fabric painters, but like, all right, I need to understand what mixed media art is.
All right. Mixed media art is basically having more than one element into your artwork. It's not just going to be paint, it's going to be paint and something. Maybe paint and soil, maybe paint and salt, maybe paint and pencil color or pen. So it's more than one element into the art piece.
I want to explore how much you actually have done in terms of exploring the types of mixtures you can have when it comes to artists, when it comes to your art. What have you used in your art before, and how far have you pushed it?
I have used, honestly, it came with curiosity as the years went on, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to use growing up. So I started with the basics, pencil, right? Then I was like, oh, maybe I can mix pencil with pencil colors. And then it went on from pencil colors to paint. I was like, maybe I could put paint and pencil colors into one picture. And then one day, one thing escalated into another. I found myself using watercolor paint. And then I saw videos of people putting salt into their watercolor paints to create certain textures and certain patterns. So that's when I started like the curiosity. Yeah, I figured now I'm doing it as well.
Let me add a bit of salt.
Let me add a bit of salt there, maybe some soil as well. And then you start picking things around. You're like, oh, maybe let me see if I can add this there.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I want to go through your journey. There's a moment where you realize there's a bit of art in you, or an artist in you. I know it starts in your textbooks as when you're a student.
Yeah.
When your mind is just going around. Take us through your artistic journey.
What you just said is exactly how it started. It started in primary school, right? I would draw certain images from my school textbooks and I would show it to my teacher. Like, I drew this. Like, I'm supposed to be taking notes, but I wasted so much time drawing little pictures. I'm like, look what I can do, and they would be happy about that. And then came a point where our school hosted a competition. I think it was hosted by a club, I think Lions Club, back at my old school. I was at Hillcrest Primary School. Okay. And I joined the competition just to see where I'm going to go, all right?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yes.
After joining that competition, I make you win. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, congratulations.
So I have a skill. It was something about world peace, and my picture won. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to receive the award. I was already at school somewhere far away, so my sister had to come. My sister Yami Lina, she had to stand in for me in the school uniform and be me for that moment.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that was my first time realizing I think I can delve into this as something for my future, and it also gave my parents that view of, oh, she can try to do this, right? We can do something with this, because throughout my primary life, it was more like focus, maths, English, science.
Your usual classes.
The usual classes, like try to focus on this to have a better career in your future. But then when they saw art, they were like, oh, this can be something she can do as well.
What was the moment you decided, okay, I can do this, I'm skilled in this, but on the side with my art, and then you commercialized it?
It actually took a bit of convincing, believe it or not. With art, you really need to have the passion. And when I got to high school, I was ready to pick other things. I did pick art as a subject as well, but I was ready to pick other things, other subjects that are the norm, that everyone has to choose to get, a stable career in.
So you made sure that you have a backup, but you're
I
still
wanted to
doing
make
what
sure
you
that
love.
I had a backup. And then my mom sat me down. In fact, she called me because I was in South Africa at that time. She called me, sat me down. She said, I know you don't want to do this. So rather you do something that you understand and that you can actually focus on and have passion for. And then she dedicated a lot of her finances, her and my dad, into taking me to school for art.
Oh, wow, that's
So,
actually very nice.
yeah.
How important is parental or support system from your family, from your friends, from your community as a whole? Sometimes you don't, you can't find it from your parents, but your community will be the one that says, you know what, you can do it. As an artist, as a creative, how important is support?
It's very important, right? Going back to me having to pick other subjects, I was scared because family members tell you this, friends tell you this, like, are you sure you want to do art? Are you sure you want? There's no, people tend to tell you that art is more of a hobby thing on the side. Art is this, like, there's a lot of fear that comes with it. You're like, oh my gosh, I might not have a life if I end up doing this, right? And then I'm just fortunate enough to have parents that were very motivating in that department. They're like, now I know if you pick something else, you're going to regret it. Right?
So to a child right now, a bit of talent, art, what would you say to that parent in terms of just motivating and encouraging that child?
Exactly that. Do not demotivate the kids, right? The child will come to you and say, no, I want to do art. I want to do art for the rest of my life. I would advise the parents to be straightforward, truthful and honest.
I need the truth there. It's not an easy
It's
profession.
not an easy profession, right? There are disadvantages, there are advantages, just like any other profession out there, right? And the parents just has to, they just have to be up and honest about that situation.
You need somebody to believe in.
You need someone to believe in you as well. Exactly.
So, I want to take us through these art pieces, umbrella, which fabrics, or how you came about, and the messages that you have. I feel like every artist, they share a piece of themselves with the art they make. What is the message? What were you thinking when you made these pieces of art?
Can I start with that one?
Yes,
over there?
let's start.
Yes, ke Mpule Kwala Hobe. All right. She won. She won Miss World, and she had the crown for us. It was a milestone for our country that time. So I thought it would be nice to have a series with a lot of our pageant ambassadors. So she's one of 5 that represented Botswana very well when it came to pageantry. I have one with Kauneka Rio and a few other people as well. And I'm hoping it's going to be an ongoing series where I keep painting more and more faces. Who are our pageant, exactly. So I don't know where I'm going to take those paintings. Maybe I should take them to my sec. I'm not sure, but they need to find somewhere to be so people can learn about our pageant ladies. We have beautiful women in this country.
So this was basically, as much as it's representing, it's representative of Botswana. It's representative of our pageantry, our fashion.
Yes.
Right? But it's also a term, it's an educational tool.
I love that you said that because there's a whole story behind that as well. Little the reason I ended up using Letesi is because growing up, ironically, I'm speaking in Setswana right now, but I struggled with Setswana in school. So I thought maybe I could use art to relearn my language, my culture.
That's beautiful.
And this is an ongoing process. So this is the first step, just Letsela. And then who knows, maybe tomorrow I'm going to use something else. Right? But I'll be learning my culture, I'll be learning my language, because that Setswana was a tough one for me. Right? And I think the kids that are coming behind me, they need, exactly. Our parents learned Setswana differently. It was more, they were into it. The way we're learning English, they were learning Setswana. And then it kind of diluted as time went on. Yeah.
And this one is your favorite one. I actually love the fact that you managed to even get the acne, the pimples, and they look so real. I thought it was a picture. I thought it was like a photograph. Take us through this painting.
So this painting is also a part of a series. The series is called Her Ephemera, right? I'm teaching you English today.
Hey,
her ephemera. So this specific picture is called Her Flower. Her ephemera is that flower, right? It's a fleeting piece. The flower is not going to live long.
Yeah.
So ephemera is something that you enjoy just for that moment,
and
then it's going to
wither
away.
Yeah.
Right? And then
what? Okay, I also need to know what you used making this painting.
I used charcoal.
You used charcoal? That's purely charcoal.
That's purely charcoal. This is one of my non-mixed media artworks compared to everything else.
Okay,
right?
and this one, what did you use on it?
This one is fabric and acrylic paint.
Acrylic paint,
yes.
Right? And then the last one, hey, apple, 2 minutes, 20 minutes. Honestly. But tell me about this. It looks, it's more realistic.
Yes.
All right, tell me about that.
This one was when I was still at university. I was learning how to paint still life, and I didn't want to do the basic, the cup, the jag, all those things for still life, the traditional way of drawing. I was like, let me just draw something I'm not used to painting, right, or drawing. And I had an apple in the kitchen. Don't really like apples, but I needed something to paint. So I took one apple, painted the apple as it was in full. Then I was like, oh, let me create another piece that's going to become a set. Took a bite out of the apple, painted a bitten apple, and then finished the apple so that it was left with and then painted that part as well. You'll find it on my art page. The full picture is there on my art page.
Okay, Topo, I want us to talk about messages. I mean, I always say that you are sharing a piece of you. When you do your art, what are some of the messages you want to share with people that are going to be seeing it? And I'm hoping that this is not just for Botswana. We want to be international. We want to compete in the international economy. But like, what are some of the messages you feel hold a lot of essence in your art?
With my art, it goes back to my childhood. We actually talked about this, right?
Yes, we did talk about it.
I want people to understand that you can pour a lot of your emotion into artwork, but it can also be something that becomes a lifelong career for you as well. Rather than just it being something that you love all the time, it can become a lifelong career for you. So my hope is to, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but to one day turn this art world, this art platform into a stable career for people. Not just to paint something and then it's going to go to a gallery and it's only going to be viewed and you rarely get someone to actually buy the artwork. I want someone to come, see the artwork and say, I am definitely going to buy this. Yes. But we need to find a connection between the art and the person and the client who's buying it from you. Not just basic, draw this for me, and then
do this for me.
Do this for me. Like, let's add some passion into it from both sides as well, right? I want to add on that we succeed a lot when it comes to tourism. Yeah. But I think we need to do more in terms of succeeding locally. Okay. Right?
We need to understand art.
Yes, we need to understand art.
There are certain things that when we look at an artist, there are misconceptions. Okay, how long do you take to make an art piece? What are some of those challenges that you receive on a daily?
My challenge is having to compare myself with other artists, right? I'm a slow person when it comes to my artworks, right? I take my time with it because I'm trying to get to the detail. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I take my time with it. So my biggest challenge was comparing myself to other artists who I think they're a little bit faster. They work faster. Their work looks beautiful. Like I can mention 2 artists right now. Art by DUMELA, she's my favorite artist. I love her so much. I think I've only met her once when I was still working at my psych. And then Wilson Ungun.
Very big artist, yeah. Yes.
His work is amazing.
Yes.
And I tend to compare myself with these people and say, oh, why am I not at that level yet?
Yeah.
Right?
But you'll get there when you feel like you are there.
Exactly. Right. So my sister, my younger sister was like, you know what? Try not to compare yourself with them. Rather, try to use them as motivation.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that.
And
so
it's working
now
for you.
It's working. So I'm stepping up that ladder. I'm like, I'm going to be like them.
2025, are we looking forward to an art exhibition that we may be coming to?
I want to have an art exhibition.
I hope you've written
I'm gonna
it down.
try and call some. It's on my. I have a little
It's there.
vision board on my laptop, and it's there.
All
It's
right.
like, this has to happen.
I'm hoping for all the best. Now, if we want to contact you for anything, maybe advice, maybe seeing a painting that we saw today and we want to buy it, how can we find more of your art and where can we contact you?
All right, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My page is Art by Topolinaing. And just a little sprinkle on the side, I actually do face painting as well for kids.
Okay.
Like at kids' parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That also has an Instagram and a Facebook account.
Yeah.
And then my TikTok account is mainly like an open book. So it's not just going to be my art, but it's also going to be my face painting in there as well. And my life.
What is that handle?
It is just Topolinaing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The name is Topolinaing. Her art speaks to her. It teaches her more than anything. It is a way that she connects with her childhood, as she said it. There's a piece of her that you can find in every piece of art, and she has made it a career of some sort. If this is a form of inspiration to you, ke tsela gore o utlwile gore nyame nka tsama lebela gona ha le nne be ke itse gore nka kgona ngwana ga go ha ile gore o kgona gore a ba toroa. Please support them in every way possible. As a community, as a friend of a family, as a parent, we want to see our artists thriving and becoming better versions of themselves while connecting in the art world. It is all about art and entertainment on this Friday. It is the DUMELA Botswana Breakfast Show. But from here, we're going to take the news at 7.
The Notwane Equestrian Center was founded in 2017, upon which the guests that came for riding lessons soon asked for an opportunity to sit down and enjoy the ambience and the tranquility outside of Gaborone in short distance. And so we decided to start a little venue where they could enjoy and sit down, which was followed by the request to have something also for the children, which we answered by starting to build a playground. We are offering now guided horse rides for all the visitors that come to our restaurant, going all the way down to the beautiful waterfront of the Notwane Dam. And the activities have now been expanded also to our latest addition, which is called the Barn Sports Bar, which offers sports TV, pool billiard and darts. Zoro's restaurant as the centerpiece of the Notwane Equestrian Center. Another highlight of the menu that Zoro's has to offer are our homemade pizzas. The Italian style, very thin crust and made from scratch from the dough to putting them into our open fire pizza oven on the premises where you can stand and see your pizza become crusty and ready to The Zoro's restaurant offers not only the venue to host birthday parties or larger parties for adults. We are also often on offer events like a jazz afternoon. Another thing that Zoro's restaurant and Notwane Equestrian Center are offering are field days for primarily preschools, primary schools and larger groups, in which the children can come here, enjoy the guided pony riding, enjoy the large playground, and with our vegetable garden, which we are expanding to become the farm to table food. They can learn how to plant seeds, how we do growing of vegetables, and they then get to take home a seed to grow at home and continue their observations.
Artsana jalo ka thamallo mo go tsa metshameko jaaka ke go tlhaloseditse gore tare ha re boa be re le ba ka go lekgotela Botswana Football Association go eleng gore ha ka nna ha tse wa seka metshameko ngwagao ye bangwe ba eleng gore mathothe a taba a ba lebile ya ka dithapa tsa rona tsa bosetšhaba ba ya go tsenela jalo dikgaisano tse pedi tse ditona motho ha ka rialo mo continenteng ya Africa go simolola hela ka stapa sa bo mme the mess ba le ba ka ko Morocco kgwedi ya July ha ba tabo ba tshameka metshameko ya Women Africa Cup of Nations mme re ka December ba kgaitsedi ya Nesta pasa the Zebras le bone he ba le ba gape ka ko Morocco ga go tsenela metshameko yone ele ya Africa Cup of Nations go botlhokwa gore re itse gore gone mme calendar a bone ngwaga 2025 ya me ka tselentseng jang ba ira go le ka tsothe go bankanya dithopa tse pedi tseo ta ke simolole ka go di sebe ke amogela jalo the chief executive officer ka ko lekgotela Botswana Football Association ke ba jela ka re mfolo good morning, thank you so much for joining us.
Compliments Miss K. Good morning. Ke dumedisele ba bogedi kwa lapeng.
Reetso. Gongwe a re simolole ka go ala the foundation hela ya gore just a bit of wrap up of the year 2024 gore go yeng ka lona SBFA le ka rengwa ga ba 2024 o le tsametse ka tsela entseng yang pele ga re ka tsana jaanong mo tse leng gore dileme pele mo ngwageng ono.
Well, the highs and the lows, I think it's important to start with the highs. We qualified for AFCON for Morocco 2024. We also qualified for AFCON for Morocco 2025. Those were the highs. And then the lows is where we did not qualify our under 17 boys and our under 20 boys. We just missed. So in terms of qualification, those are the highs and the lows.
It was a balanced year, if we may put it that way. 2025 around follow, it's a very big year for you guys. When you talk about national teams, when you talk about our literally the face of the country going to Morocco to compete at the biggest competitions of the continent. How is everything? How is the mood Koholo Nahela as Botswana Football Association? And let's look forward to the year 2025.
No, I think we are ready because we have a plan. I think for starters, let's start with Women World Cup under 17.
Yes.
There's some Equatorial Guinea, and then you withdraw. So automatically we are going to the next round, where we are going to face either Algeria or Tunisia. The girls are in camp because on the 12.
Yes.
So the girls are in camp. They will break today, Friday, but we will still continue with the momentum. And then Jagari World Cup under 20. So now it has been our mandate throughout. Any competition that is for the girls or women, we go in because women football is one of our prime factors that we need to really Botswana. So those are the World Cup for under 17 and under 20. And then I said this one because we have a tricky one against the DRC, 8th February for AFCON qualifier. For me, it's very tricky because it set a tone to AFCON. We should go to AFCON against DRC. By all means, that two-legged match February, we have to win it because it will set us a very good tone into AFCON. And remember also, if we win against DRC, we are going to face Banyana. So for me, this one, DRC, AFCON, South Africa,
we'll definitely solve them. And then, Happe, this is good for, like you have emphasized, it's a build-up to the Women Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. And talking about the Women Africa Cup of Nations, second time in a row that will be participating. Well done to the girls. Let's look at it in terms of preparations as Botswana Football Association. What do you have in place to make sure that Coach Alex Maliti, at the end of the day, or at the end of the tournament, the association didn't give gave me what I wanted in terms of preparations.
Well, Ms. K, thanks to FNB Botswana as our sponsor, thanks to Lukarale Wanabebanzeba Baritusa. So the preparation is well defined and it goes according to the plan. Just to as the end of this month, the girls will be coming to camp, but they will be coming to camp for the tests. So that they do the routine test to see that they are ready, and then we would have a plan immediately for DRC. So I think that we have been blessed. This is the first time ever that the males have participated in each and every Women FIFA week, and thanks to the sponsors that we have.
That was a good one last year. I was saying to my colleagues that I think BFA should be uploaded that, you know, every FIFA calendar last year the girls were in action, and the fact that our leagues are ongoing, these girls are so active, literally every weekend they are in action. It says a lot about how we have improved as a country, you have improved as an association to try and uplift women football.
No, like women football is our pride, and it's all about inclusivity also. So this is the low-hanging fruit, like we have always said, and like we are Kanaka 2032-31, we want to qualify for the World Cup, and this is the dream that we must continue. And also, Ms. K, thanks also to DTC Botswana, because ba promote the league the region, and that is where ordinarily we get the players. But we are taking it to the next level again. Season 2025 to 2026, we are starting National Women League.
Yes. That one is going to be interesting. Before we can look at other competitions, we are starting with the big ones, you know, before we can look at other qualifiers and other competitions like your COSAFAs. December 21 to January 18, 2026 is the big one for the Zebras. Second time also at Africa Cup of Nations. What do you guys have in place for the Zebras? Because honestly speaking, it's gonna be at a time all eyes are gonna be in Morocco, all eyes are gonna be on us. What are we bringing to the table this time around?
No, it starts with the World Cup qualifiers, Ms. K. I think they'll keep us busy. The FIFA week is from the 17th to the 25th of March. That's where we start, and then Somalia, Algeria. And then the momentum will also continue. But right now we're also talking to the league, because we want to really restructure the program. Because we want to give the Zebras enough time for preparation. Remember, whatever you do, when you have a strategy, there's always a baseline. The last time we went to AFCON 2012, knockout group stages. So now the baseline is that we want to progress beyond the group stages. And now we believe and we have got faith and hope that we can do that. We qualified for WAFCON 2025 when least expected. But the trajectory was there. The signs were there that we are going to qualify. So whatever we do right now, we should be determined and be intentional that we'll make it.
The most important thing in your meeting with Botswana Football League, guys, start the league well on time. If we start the league well on time, August. Let's start the league in August, not October. If we start the league well on time, then the national team can have ample time, you know, to prepare. Not a situation where we start the league in October and then BFA will be like, for the month of November. Come on, what about the spectators? At the end of the day, these are some of the things they don't. When are you announcing the national team, coach? I'm just asking.
No, the process of recruitment is ongoing. But Jaga Wizela, before to the next World Cup qualifier, we should be having a coach.
Okay, I'm not gonna say much about that. I know. And anyway, let's carry on. Let's look at other competitions around Flores sideline in the last 4 minutes, which I have. As an association.
Look, Ms. Keikana Rona, as an association, the player pathway development is defined, or the football pathway development is defined. We have the Orange FA Cup, which will be coming. It's the biggest football association competition that we have. But besides that, we cannot ignore all the other things that will be happening. Next week, 15, 16, 17, we have the FIFA coming to Botswana to do the induction for the National Executive Committee.
Yeah.
And then thereafter, the next 3 days, 18, 19, 20, 21, the BFA will do their strategy development retreat. And I think coming from them, we'll have a very strong operational plan that will take us for the next 4 years. But as you know, Ms. K, like I'm saying, the football pathway plan is determined. What is important is the how part. Your coach education will always be there. It's what you want to prioritize this year. Do you want to put in a pro, or you want to do more A, you want to do more B or C, or you want to do the goalkeeper coaching. But there are other areas that I think we need to venture in, like more futsal, because we started it, but in Abula get COVID. So I think these are some of the areas that going forward we would see coming on board.
Right.
Yeah.
The FA's biggest competition, the Orange FA Cup, is kick-starting 8 to the 9th of February. House Malajaloka ko South, and then 15 to 16 Makako North before Rikatsenya Baba Holwane ya dungi bilo hore re bona hore gone me ga tengwa go kgatsho e re tshwaretseng go phelong ya ngwaga ha 2025 wela 2025 a lona wa go wela ka di 18 tsa ga January. It will depend on how the Zabras are doing. At the end of the year, with the last 2 minutes, which I have around full, this was a fruitful year, looking at the number of competitions.
Yeah, like I'm saying, when you do a strategy, Ms. K, there's always what you call the baseline. The last time we went to WAFCON, we did more the quarterfinals. I think this time around, we have to go beyond. Beyond the quarterfinal.
You have to beat the last minute.
Exactly. Like I said, for the Zebras, it's very clear. We are not going there just to say DUMELA. And then we need to go beyond the group stages. And beyond the group stages, anything is possible. But Ms. K, let's be intentional. Let's have the belief, you see, that will make them and will be successful.
We will be successful, and I hope the corporate world will also come forth to try and help us. Your last message, Mr. Mfolo, to the football lovers for the year 2025.
Well, I say, like Jagarubua, very packed and very interesting. So, support the spectators, let's go and fill the grounds. I was very happy this past weekend, Gorola area. Besides the other things that are happening, but I was very happy about we as supporters. The turnout was very good. That's what we want, and that's what the corporate private sector wants, to come in and help us run this football, Ms. K.
Right, Mr. Mfolo, when you talk about the support, for sure you are guaranteed of our support. Thank you so much for your time.
And the media.
Yeah.
A very important stakeholder.
We have a big role to play this year. We have to sell Botswana football as much as we can so that the sponsors can come forth. Because of, how our calendar, how the schedule is looking like. Right. Abu ajalo ka support ba ile gore ba thoka support ya lona ke stapa sa Rapa United mosila sonta ga mothari alo ka Kobedi Tani Chilume Stadium abata ba tshameka game number 5 of 6 ya mtshameko at the Careful Confederations Cup ka le stapa sa US Alger mehela the FNB Premiership lo aneta bo tswalla pele a re kopane jalo ko mabaleng over the weekend na lo ana re garela thulaganyo ya rona ya Dumela Botswana Breakfast Show ya beke eno ka tselentseng jalo we meet again after a week ke bira karabo Miss K Bosena. Until then,
The organization that keeps on giving is back, and this time they have a brand new promotion. Everybody is talking about this word. Choppies BW has just is almost at the end of their super famous big birthday bonanza, going 11 meter. And joining me in studio this morning to chat a little bit about Motelo, about bonanza, and all things Choppies is a marketing manager out at Choppies. His name is Kibonyi Mudisa. Nakimita Mr. Mampempe because halenting. Good morning, Kibonyi Mudisa. How are you doing?
Morning. Like it's LB. Get a happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And your lovely viewers at home.
It's good to see you. It's a brand new year, but it's still big birthday bonanza ongoing because speaking
of which, LB, a lot of people are anxious.
Right.
On the 15th of January, that is next week, Wednesday.
Wow.
That's when we'll be having our draw. On the 15th of January, next week, Wednesday, we'll be having our draw at Game City. The public is invited. You can just come and see
Like 5 days before my birthday, Game City.
That could actually be a great birthday present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But on a very serious note, good luck to everyone who has entered. Just to give us a little bit of an idea.
So remember before boxing,
Right.
this time we're going to do it digitally.
Okay.
We're going to have a big screen. And then we choose the winner. So it will be live. We'll try to be live on all social media platforms. We'll try to get people like LB, all our BW social media influencers to come on board so that everyone can see the draw.
Right. I love it. All right, so we look forward to seeing it. Good luck to everyone who has entered. Now let's get into a conversation about the promotion that you're running now. As is per the usual, this is what you do. Let's talk about the Choppies Motelo promotion.
You know, Choppies were always about our customer.
Exactly.
You know, we always want to make our customers' lives very easy. We're talking Choppies Motelo. It's called Motelo Le Tlotlo Lama Tlotlo.
Exactly.
That's where you get to save even bigger.
The saving of the savings portals. Yeah.
So Choppies Le Tlotlo Lama Tlotlo Motelo started in 2019. Good prices, good deals. That's when we started Choppies Motelo Le Tlotlo Lama Tlotlo.
Nice.
It's very easy. Our Motelo is very easy, LB. You don't need a card. There are no fees. There are no hassles. All you need to do is go to any Choppy store. Are you an individual? Are you a group? Are you kana le mmogo le bo mme le bo rre kana le kopane o tsena la lebenkeleng la Choppies e bile re batla go ikwadisetsa le tlotlo la matlotlo ba tle ba le kwadisa e bile nna le latlhela dithebenyana tsa lona every month or anytime you want to latlhela, and then you can redeem your groceries anytime. Go la ile go tsenya 100 pula gompieno next week ngwana ga ana mopako o khona go tsena mo Choppies ngwe le ngwe bore ke kopa go redeem madi a me a Motelo 100 pula. And rona gape, the thing about us is that no fees.
Right.
If you put 100 pula LB, wa go tsa 100 pula.
Ke rata khanya we bua gore ha gona di fees cause o tsena mo khanya di terms and conditions ha go ngota go tetang le tleng go ba madi le tlotlo la matlotlo ke ile a ke ya no re bontsheng gore ha re tla go tla botenya mme go tlhokagana le XYZ go na le bukana bo ileng gore botsewa ke rona. Are there terms and conditions that I need to know?
Just like our competitions, it's very inclusive. Rata rata our customers. It's very easy. O tlhokanyela o mang wa the registrar. Kore yo tle benga registrar if it's a group. If unosi lo yena o mang. If you are a foreigner living in Botswana, we just need your valid passport. That's it. That's all you need. You obviously need to be 18 years and above.
Of course.
Those are the only two terms.
Right.
18 years and above, or mang, or passport number, or valid passport, ebele register Motelo a rona. And Motelo a rona it'll be how expire. Even if you put 100 pula for 3-4 years, that 100 pula remain in your account.
Right.
We just want to make life easy for our customers.
Yaanong ka gore go a registerwa ke tsa gore registration e buletswe ha re leng teng.
Emma.
Yaanong ya go hela leng a gona le timeline. Is this something that runs throughout the year? Is it a 3-month promotion? Rira yang ko Choppies ha re
It runs throughout the year. Even if you register, I'll give you an example. Bo meba bongwe ba ne ba reka last year with 1 million pula. Ba registerile go le di 23 tsa December. They got the food on groceries on the 25th of December. So ha re go beele nako. Rona re batla gore nako le nako hele o batlang go tsena mo Choppies o batla go registerela motshelo ra go register. This time we're doing it in January so that re rotloetse batho gore di bonus nyana tse di setseng di change nyana tse di setseng madi a yang go a winner from Big Birthday Bonanza. Tsenya mo motshelong wa gago o ipele. We don't charge you. If you put 10,000 pula in our Motelo account, it's still going to be 10,000 pula. The only difference with us is that you redeem your groceries. You can't take back the money.
How
cash.
Okay.
Or redeem the grocery here.
Very, very nice. Hello, we tell Modisa. He is the marketing manager out at Choppies Botswana. Exactly. The Choppies Motelo promotion is ongoing. It will be running the entire year. Se le gore o tshwantse o se dire gore wena le ba ile gore o tshela le bone kana wena as an individual latla le ba madi le registerela Motelo promotion le ba madi and madi a kgwedi le kgwedi o ntse wa lathela mme ha ile gore o thoka sengwe ke lona ba o letla shopong and you redeem it in the form of groceries, and that means you can shop at any time all year round as long as you've got money
at any Choppies store.
If
you have registered your Motelo account in Gaborone, you can redeem in Francistown, Mahalape, you can redeem anywhere in the country.
Right.
That's how flexible it is. It makes it very easy for you. Francistown, you can come redeem more Gaborone.
Is there products that I can redeem? Can I shop is open to me?
If you put money in your Motelo account today, it'll be 100 pula, and you want to buy something tomorrow, whatever you find in Choppies, you can buy. Either be airtime, either be groceries, either be 9 foods, either be lunch. Ronaba young people buy regele madiga December. If you want to buy lunch every day, buy 200 pula mo Motelo account every day on 25 pula or reka lunch. As easy as that.
Very, very nice. Labana really had the idea. Harra tamale go register ko Choppies. Ke bonye modisa exciting year 2025. As we talk about Motelo promotion, ola ela Motswana o reng?
Ke lela Motswana ke morake, go to any Choppies store, buy a participating brand ya Motelo, participating brand the products that are in the store. You can stand a chance to win something, because what we're trying to do is in the previous years Botswana 10,000 pula.
Of course.
For being the biggest Motelo saver. So you buy Motelo, and then you get a chance to stand a chance to win yourself an amazing prize. We're still working on the prize, and the previous year we were giving away the group 10,000 pula to group A saving the most
money.
So wa tsena go shopong wa reka bore ke batla go tsena Motelo go tlile go togona le competition ya Motelo kana the most saving person wa tsena.
Of course. So re tla really one mokgatlo o re decide le re Motelo ba ile go re ratla re ba madi every month a ke kgwedi le kgwedi ke rona ba o ra lathela ya gore ngwa ga o hela ka bo December yana re ntse re Big Birthday Bonanza next year this year e be ile gore the biggest saver ba ile gore ba khonne go ba madi a mantsi gone mo letlotlong la Choppies go ra gore le rona re tla tswa ka something.
Yes, and the reason why I get participate in Motswana ka botswaro why ke re buy because we have the Motelo packages.
Of course.
We have the Motelo packages that gore o khona go di reka o bo rona re rekile these packages ta Motelo. Ha ile gore ga wa register be re go register then in order to stand a chance to win something big.
So go out to Choppies, any Choppies across the country o ye go registerela one Motelo o be madi a gago khone gore ngwaga o thotsene mo Choppies o ijele so se me gape ha ile gore o bona motsotsonyana o reka parcel nngwe ya Motelo wa Choppies ke gore a ke re mothami o khona go registerela gore le wena gongwe you are the biggest saver ile gore o registerile o ka nna itswela ka sengwenyana kana ba ra ba tshepa ha go tla mo goreng ha ba re di price ha ba teba ka tse dinyenyane ba taka tsone di price tota. Yes, ke bonye modisa any final words?
Any final words? If we have time, because Ghana I need to live to my name Ramampempe, we can take one caller.
Of course.
The password ke letlotlo la matlotlo.
We're taking a call right now. You can please call us nomorong ya rona. If my producer could just remind me the number 316644. That is 3164437. Kana 3164438. O ka re tshwara mo nomorong yone eo re mampempa rona le sengwe mme le skala le bala password hela ha o tshwara phone o bo bua password ka sepiti. We're taking your calls now. Also remember that we are looking forward to the big draw, the big birthday bonanza coming to an end after 11 million in prizes. Ba ntshitse ma 1000 pula tsatsi le letsatsi, ba ntsha ma 10000 pula ebile ya no go setse go ntshitswe dikoloi.
No.
Dikoloi ke tsone tse 3.
Dikoloi tse 4.
Tse 4 tse leng gore di a go ntshiwa.
Le ya monyadi.
La monyadi.
Ma 10,000 ale 101.
101 10,000 pulas. So much. We have a caller online. Motswana Modimo Dumela. Re le tlotlo la matlotlo. Ke bua le mang ko kae?
Ke borametsi mo Notwane.
Ke remang?
Ke borametsi mo Notwane.
Tebo dumela mothame e o buile password ke bone modisa
le tlotlo la matlotlo a tla ke gore Choppies motshelo le tlotlo la matlotlo
Choppies le tlotlo la matlotlo
Choppies motshelo le tlotlo la matlotlo
Choppies le motshelo tlotlo la matlotlo
tla ke go botsa potso e le nngwe helang khonne Motswana kwa lapeng yo batlang go bula the biggest motel in the country o dira jang
e o tlhokana le go itsamela ka o mang hela teng ko Choppies ngwe le ngwe e mo Botswana o ta bona thuso teng ya la ko
o irang bua gape kana ga ba go utlong khone buela ka speed
o tlhokana le go itsamela ka o mang o ta ya go bona thuso ngwe le ngwe teng mo Botswana ra ta bona thuso teng ko ba mo thusa ba tsenela le tlotlo la matlotlo
o ikwadiseditse le tlotlo la matlotlo wena
ra
o ikwadiseditse le tlotlo la matlotlo
bata go simolla ke gone ke ntseng ke simolla le nna
so we're going to give you 250 pula Choppies voucher o bo go ikwadisetsa le tlotlo la matlotlo ka voucher eo
era
Tebo congratulations ke 250 pula o ska dropa motho a me ba khona go tsa information ya gago le di detail mo mogaleng All right. Congratulations to Tebo and thank you so much for joining us. Kibonye Mudisa. Always so much happening with Choppies. Gumpieno bare Choppies motselo le tlotlo la matlotlo. Re go ra hela re register o be madi ibile you might be a winner. That is how we end our conversation this morning with my good friend Mr. Mampempe. Every day he comes with special things. Right now though we're going to get a musical performance from a superstar singer. Unacell is in the building and I am so excited. We'll be right back.
My name is Busima Bula and I am a full-time artist. I've been pursuing art for the past 4 years. I am passionate about my creativity and my love for art stems from the ability to liberate my self-expression. I have a background in business. I studied entrepreneurship at BAC, and which means I didn't study art. I am a self-taught artist. I use my entrepreneurial skills to solve problems, and hence that helps me to portray that in my art by challenging stereotypes, by changing narratives, and inspiring thoughts. I'm inspired by my country, by my nation, which is Africa, and everything around me, my desire to captivate people and to create beauty. My art journey has been enriching and fulfilling. Nonetheless, it has been challenging. Had I had a glimpse of what my journey was going to be like initially, I don't think I would have begun. I don't think I would have been an artist because of how it's been a lot. It's been a lot of challenges. It's been a lot of discouragement, sometimes setbacks, and sometimes you want to give up. But I am so glad I pursued it. And my biggest milestone has been being invited to the Intra-Africa Trade Fair, which was hosted in Cairo, Egypt last year, November. And I was called as one of the exhibitors and I was able to exhibit my art. So it was a big deal for me. I am able to make a living and income through my art. I am honored and I feel privileged that I'm able to do so because not a lot of artists can, and it is only through the support of my loyal customers and the people who continuously reach out to me through my social media, through word of mouth, that I'm able to keep living through my art. And obviously through my family who've provided a cushion for me to be able to, at the first building blocks when I was a startup artist, they provided that cushion, and now I'm able to spread my wings and fly. Don't be afraid to reach out and tell somebody that you don't know what you're doing, but you'd like to know, because that's how we grow. Have mentors and be engaged in your community by going to seminars and summits and learn so much more from other people. And read books. The art books that exist by Claude Monet, the great artists, and all of the other people that have existed before us. Read books, attend seminars, listen to masterclasses on YouTube. Nowadays we have social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram. There's so much information out there just waiting for you to tap in. So grow your knowledge and grow your know-how, and don't be scared to get out of your comfort zone. Go to places, advertise your work, go door to door, because that's what I did at the beginning of my journey. I used to go to offices telling them that I'm an artist, bring in my portfolio, bring in my art pieces so that they can appreciate. Some of my jobs, well-paid jobs, have come from that experience. So be relentless in your pursuit for what you want, because nobody's going to believe in it for you. You have to believe in you for you. So I believe that that's the only way to go about it. I believe that the stakeholders have a responsibility to reach out to female artists, because nowadays we live in an era of social media. We don't have an excuse to say we don't know what a Mang is an artist or anything like that. We have to use these social media platforms to search these female artists, to give a hand to them and support them, to know that they also matter in this industry, because without them it kind of defeats the purpose of art as a whole, because art is very inclusive.
Dynamic, soulful, vibrant, and most importantly, mosadi wa Motswana. Those are some of the words to describe our artist for the first Friday of 2025. I am so excited for this young vocalist who is also 84,000 followers richer on social media. BTV ya Morata, and that is why we have her on the DUMELA Botswana Breakfast Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Una Sal. Una Dumela ngwagomusha.
Dumela ngwagomusha.
La bo hello le hane go August 2024. O na le Meo o re totela ka career ya ga go re bolela gore o tlo go re tela ka
salatla e bile wa go tsangwa go a o ira big. How's the year looking for you, Una?
No, I ke tsa ke re do tse di tsamaya sente tota. Ha ke batlela le gore ke akanye thata. Wa go ke go no simollang, so Ramaseduta ba ntsantsana le nna.
Amen. Yaanong o mpolelele gore ha e sa le re kopana ne a re hela kgwedi e latelang ka gore re inspirational ra go inspire gore o drope pina tshipi ya lela. What has the reception been? E ntse ira yang pine ya gagwe?
No tshipialla tota ba ya mogetse tota. Tshipialla gape tsena Afrotech. A ke re batho ka bontsi ba sosola gore nka ira Afrotech. So ba ngitsela gore ke mme o ira mmino wa Setswana o iketile. So ya no irile ke challenge ka Afrotech so batho ba ha khamala ba re oh okay. Gora re khona go ira music o mongwe gape wa faster kere. So gora re ba ya mogetsela thata kere gora go la ile mathata.
Mme kana hela o setse o tsena mongwageng wa re o boitse gore o na le dipolene nyana tse o di lebile ka le hela tse o batlang gore a ngwaga o setse o hela o boring ya mme ke kgone go dira. What are some of your plans this year ka re una sele ha re mmatla sentle re tlo mmona kae tota mongwageng ona?
No ke teng ha ke tlo bua thata ka dipolene tsa me mme ala o itsela gore ke teng mare gone I've been recording mo studio ke ntse ke recorda mo di studio tse di harologaneng so ke tsa ke re le this year gone ke tlo go la album
ora ba to gore sebetsa hela motho a le ngwane hela ke ra gore sengwe hela kana
ya tswa
ora just no gore ke ntse ke recorda go se roe go TRS
okay
ke recorda again e dlala Billions ma album yone ya go tswa this year.
All right, we're looking forward to an album, Elvi.
Obviously, a lot to look forward to in 2024. She's dropping an album. At least re khone go bona sengwe motho a modimo album yone yeta. Her name is Ulasel. All 84,000 plus of you can follow her on her Facebook and keep in touch with her music. Me, yeah, no, we want her to give you a performance. A go gakolla gore hela o ska le bala gore o teng ka 2025 o tla ba ntsa tshela spice lene. From myself, Leboa LB Morey,
and we are wishing you a very, very, very safe and happy weekend. We'll be back here on Monday, making sure that you are right as you step into 2025. This is the first performance for the year. It's going to set you off for the year. All creatives, utla helaka una are. We're hitting the ground running. Happy weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ulasel.
The Morning Show is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.